Justin Bieber is making clear his intentions. As the Grammy winner celebrates his first Father's Day, he's letting fans know what kind of dad he truly is. Sharing a black and white selfie to his Instagram June 15th.
Let's turn now to a heartbreaking update on Bruce Willis's dementia battle.
Your dad just had his 70th birthday.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's really good. You know, it's so nice to be able to spend time with him.
Justin Bieber is revealing his fallout with a friend. On Instagram, the pop star posted these screenshots that say, "I would never suppress my emotions for someone. Conflict is a part of a relationship. If you don't like my anger, you don't like me. My anger is a response to pain I have been through."
Look at these guys.
Yo, watch out.
Look at these guys, man. Look at these guys, man. Look at these guys. I'm going.
You can go ahead in.
Justin writes, "I'm a dad that's not to be with," along with a middle finger emoji. The pop star, who welcomed his first child, son Jack Blues Bieber, with wife Hailey Bieber in August 2024, then shows off the flashy gift he received for Father's Day.
Bruce's daughter Rumor shared this emotional tribute for Father's Day, writing, "Today is hard. I feel a deep ache in my chest to talk to you. I wish I asked you more questions while you could still tell me about it all." One thing that makes Bruce's eyes light up? Seeing his granddaughter.
Asking a traumatized person not to be traumatized is simply mean. The anonymous friend replied, "I'm not used to someone lashing out at me. It's not that I don't see and feel your anger." To which Justin said, "Ouch, this friendship is officially over. I will never expect a man calling my anger lashing out."
You're in front of me. You guys done? You done? Go ahead. Go, y'all good, go. All right.
Posting a selfie with his new Audemars Piguet Royal Oak frosted gold watch valued at over $60,000, Justin captions the pic, "Happy Daddy Day to me, you lil hoe." These posts come as fans have expressed their concern for the 31-year-old's well-being in recent months.
Justin Bieber is sharing insight into some personal struggles. On June 16th, one day after celebrating his first Father's Day, the singer noted in an Instagram post that he has anger issues.
"Enjoyed our short-lived relationship. I wasn't kidding when I told you I didn't need you as a friend. I have good friends who will respect these boundaries." Justin continues his rant, saying, "I thought you were a which is why I always kept my distance, but I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. This confirms you were the I always thought you were."
You guys, we seriously need to talk about Justin Bieber because something is definitely going on, and fans are honestly freaking out right now. Like, this isn't your usual celebrity post cryptic story kind of drama. This week, Justin Bieber went full-on emotional mode on Instagram, sharing a reel where he literally said, "I know I'm broken, I have anger issues, I'm exhausted with thinking about myself." And yeah, that's exactly how raw it was. He's talking about burnout, anger, trauma, and people are like, what is really going on with him? And this wasn't even the first sign. Just the day before, he posted screenshots of a private text fight with someone, like full-blown friendship breakup texts for everyone to see. He literally ended the convo by saying, "This friendship is officially over, I'm blocking you now." And in those messages, he talks about how people can't expect a traumatized person to just magically be okay. He also said something like, "If you don't like my anger, you don't like me." And yeah.
People keep telling me to heal. Don't you think if I could have fixed myself, I would have already? I know I'm broken. I know I have anger issues, he wrote, adding, "I tried to do the work my whole life to be like the people who told me I needed to be fixed like them."
Fans were not taking that lightly. People started commenting stuff like, "Justin, we love you, but this is not it." And this feels like a cry for help. And honestly, they're not wrong. Because this wasn't some staged press release or a random song lyric, it felt real, unfiltered, and kinda heartbreaking. One user even said, "My guy, you need therapy, not Instagram stories." And like, that kinda hits. So now everyone's asking the same thing. Is this Justin being creative and emotional, or is something deeper going on behind the scenes? Because when you put this next to everything else that's happened lately, like the paparazzi blow-up and the weird Hailey posts, things just don't feel right. And trust me, this is only scratching the surface of what's been going down. Okay, so let's talk about the moment that had the internet doing a double take. Because Justin Bieber absolutely snapped on the paparazzi this Father's Day weekend, and the whole thing was caught on camera. Like it wasn't a quick, leave me alone or a shady look. It was a full-blown confrontation outside Soho House in Malibu, and honestly, it was kind of uncomfortable to watch.
And it just keeps making me more tired and more angry. The harder I try to grow, the more focused on myself I am. Bieber also said that Jesus is the only person who keeps him wanting to make his life about others, adding, because honestly, I'm exhausted with thinking about myself lately, aren't you?
So here's what went down. Justin had just come out to his car when the paparazzi swarmed him, trying to ask questions and wish him happy Father's Day. But Justin was not having it. He kept saying things like, I'm a father, I'm a dad, and I demand respect. He even told one of them straight up, you don't get to disrespect me and get away with it. Not tonight, sir. And then he repeated one phrase, over and over again, like at least a dozen times. You're gonna take this video out of context like you always do. It honestly felt like he was spiraling right in front of the camera. Like, yes, we've seen celebs lose their cool before, but this was different. It wasn't loud or aggressive. It was this tired, frustrated energy, like he's been holding this in for so long and just hit a breaking point. He said they always twist things to make him look unhinged, and now people are wondering, is he already bracing for that headline? And here's the thing, he wasn't entirely wrong.
The 31-year-old's post comes hours after he shared text messages with an undisclosed person declaring their friendship officially over. I will never accept a man calling my anger lashing out. I enjoyed our short-lived relationship.
The internet did take that video and run with it. Within hours, the clip was all over Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit, with people saying everything from Justin needs help to this is the same meltdown energy from 2014. Some users defended him, saying the paparazzi had no business being up in his face on private property. Others were like, if he doesn't want attention, why keep posting all this emotional stuff on Instagram? Even Hailey Bieber subtly weighed in. A TikTok creator posted a "Leave Justin Alone" rant, and Hailey jumped into the comments with just one word: exactly. So clearly, she's standing by him. But also, tabloid insiders are saying privately she's worried sick and begging him to take a break from LA altogether. And we'll get to that in a second, because the marriage rumors and fan theories only make this whole thing way more complicated. So after all the noise, like the text drama, the paparazzi video going viral, the worried fans, the headlines, what does Justin do? He jumps right back on Instagram and starts flooding his stories. Not with explanations, not with apologies, but with this intense, cryptic energy that had people even more confused.
The dad of one appears to say. Access Hollywood has reached out to Bieber for comment on his latest posts. In the past few weeks, Bieber has uploaded other controversial social media posts and has been caught on camera addressing his frustrations.
He posted these black and white selfies, him looking completely spaced out, zoned in, moody vibes everywhere. Then he threw up lyrics from a track called Stand on Business. And let's just say, people knew exactly what that meant. It's basically slang for don't mess with me, I'm handling my own. And it felt like his way of saying, I'm still in control here. Kind of a flex, but also kind of sad. It was like a mini digital tantrum, but one that also screamed, don't tell me what to do. One fan commented, this is giving Kanye energy, but with more tears and less chaos. And honestly, that's kind of spot on. Because instead of disappearing or taking a break like everyone was suggesting, Justin seemed to be leaning harder into being online. Not to connect with fans in a sweet way, but to prove a point. And this isn't the first time he's done this. Like, go back just a few months. He had another mini breakdown on stories where he posted this intense caption about fame being empty and feeling like he's living in a fishbowl. That time, fans were also like, okay, Justin, but where's your support system? This week, though,
on June 12th, Bieber confronted a paparazzi. You'll take this video out of context like you always do, he said repeatedly in the now viral exchange, before adding, I'm at my wit's end is what I'm at. I'm demanding respect. You confuse my anger with disrespect. It's anger because you're disrespecting me. You don't get to disrespect me and get away with it. No, not tonight, sir. Not tonight, sir.
The tone felt different. Like he wasn't just venting, he was defending himself. And that's when things started to feel more like damage control than vulnerability. almost like he knew people were turning this into a whole thing and wanted to grab the narrative before it spun completely out of control. But here's the catch. The more he posts, the more people worry. It's like this endless loop. He shares something emotional, people freak out, he claps back, people worry more. And honestly, it's exhausting just watching it happen in real time. Fans are begging him to log off, but Justin seems more online than ever. And the wildest part? Some people think all of this isn't even real, that there's someone else pulling the strings behind the scenes. And yeah, we're talking about Scooter Braun. Okay, so here's where things get a little more conspiracy level. Because while a lot of people are focused on Justin's breakdown and his posts, others are like, wait a second, is someone behind the scenes pulling the strings here? And you already know who's getting dragged back into this, Scooter Braun. Now officially, Scooter and Justin parted ways last year. Like, their longtime management relationship ended after over a decade. Scooter was there since the beginning, helped launch Justin's career, was basically his industry big brother, until he wasn't. But even though they've publicly moved on, some fans are convinced that Scooter still has influence over what Justin does, or at least how things play out online. And this week, the theory started picking up steam again.
According to footage posted online, their exchange lasted about 11 minutes. A few days earlier, the singer spoke out in an Instagram caption that read, "Tired of transactional relationships. If I have to do something to be loved, that's not love." The 31-year-old also sparked reaction online after his wife Hailey Bieber landed the cover of Vogue, and he commented that he once told her in a fight that she wouldn't achieve it.
One TikTok user even said, "This whole meltdown feels orchestrated, like a distraction or a setup." They pointed out how the paparazzi just happened to be waiting at Justin's car on Father's Day, how the text messages were screenshot ready and posted like a press release, and how Justin's stories felt weirdly timed right after the backlash started. Some people are even connecting this to the recent press around Scooter himself, like the backlash from the Taylor Swift drama keeps resurfacing, and maybe Justin's chaos is somehow helping shift the spotlight. It's giving Hollywood distraction campaign energy, and yeah, it's wild, but not totally out of the question. And if you zoom out, there's this bigger pattern happening. Every time Justin tries to break out of the box people have put him in, something chaotic seems to follow. Like he wants to just be a dad, post weird Instagram art, design his clothes, drop some music, but instead it turns into a whole media storm. So now the theory is, maybe he's trying to escape that system, but he's still caught in it. But here's where it gets darker. Because while the Scooter stuff is mostly speculation, what's not up for debate is that Justin seems genuinely tired, like emotionally worn down. And that leads us to the person closest to him, his wife, Hailey. Because while she's showing support online, reports say things behind the scenes are getting really tense. So while Justin's been spiraling on social media and clashing with paparazzi in public, Hailey Bieber has been keeping things quiet, at least on the surface. But behind the scenes, it's starting to look like she might be reaching her limit too. Like we said earlier, Hailey did comment exactly on a viral TikTok video telling people to leave Justin alone. And yeah, it was just one word, but it said a lot. It was her way of showing support without making a full-blown statement. And for a second, fans were like, okay, she's standing by her man. But then the tabloids started reporting something completely different. Outlets like The Sun and Radar claimed Hailey is seriously frustrated right now.
Yo, this reminds me when Hailey and I got into a huge fight. I told Hales that she would never be on the cover of Vogue. Yikes, I know, so mean. For some reason, because I felt disrespected, I thought I got to get even. The 31-year-old wrote on Instagram at the time, adding, "I think as we mature, we realize that we're not helping anything by getting even. We're honestly just prolonging what we really want, which is intimacy and connection."
Like reportedly telling Justin to stop being a child and saying he's acting like raw meat for the lions by staying in LA. One insider even said she's been begging him to leave Hollywood behind and reset somewhere quieter. And let's be honest, she's not wrong. This isn't the first time Ella has felt toxic for Justin. He's said it himself. In April, he posted that he was caught up in the transactional nature of Hollywood and felt embarrassed by it. But then he added something kind of wild. He said he's not leaving because this is where his influence is most needed. And like, that sounds noble, sure, but to Hailey, it probably sounds like one more excuse to stay stuck in the same cycle. And it's not just the mental toll, there are real-life responsibilities here now. Justin and Hailey reportedly welcomed a baby recently, something they've kept super private. But but the idea that Justin is out here posting emotional breakdowns and arguing with Paps on Father's Day while also being a new dad? Yeah, fans have questions. And more than that, they're starting to question the marriage. Some are even speculating that Hailey's support is just for optics, and that privately, she's over it because from the outside, it looks like Justin is burning out and Hailey is left trying to hold everything together. And let's be real, that's not sustainable. But if you think this is all just a random rough patch, think again, because there's another layer to this story that people keep overlooking. The personal loss Justin recently faced that could explain everything. Okay, so here's something that's getting way less attention than it should. Justin Bieber lost his grandfather not too long ago. Back in April, he quietly posted a tribute, and it flew under the radar for a lot of people. But if you've been paying attention, that personal loss might be one of the key reasons behind everything we're seeing right now. Because think about it, grief hits differently when you're already dealing with a lifetime of pressure, fame, and people constantly watching your every move. And Justin, he's been living under that microscope since he was like 13. So now, at 30, trying to juggle being a husband, a new father, a business owner, and still a global celebrity.
The Grammy winner then asked his wife for her forgiveness. "So baby, you already know, but forgive me for saying you wouldn't get a Vogue cover, because clearly I was sadly mistaken," he wrote. Justin's post sparked a flurry of responses in his comment section. One user wrote, "Let's think before posting maybe," while another said, "You should have kept that to yourself, baby." Others appeared unbothered by it, as one person commented, "Real one, twin," while another said in part, "I understand this could be worded better, but I think people might be missing the point."
Yeah, that's a lot. And the way he's been posting, it doesn't just feel like someone who's angry, it feels like someone who's overwhelmed. One minute he's talking about being broken and exhausted, the next he's blasting the paparazzi for disrespecting him. Then he's clapping back with cryptic Instagram stories that feel half like a defense mechanism and half like a cry for help. Add to that the fact that he's working on new music, trying to grow his clothing line, and refusing to leave LA even though he knows it's toxic for him. And what you get is someone who's running on fumes. Like, actually running on emotional fumes. And maybe that's the part people are missing when they're so quick to call him dramatic or melting down. Because yeah, the posts are intense and the energy is chaotic, but when you step back and connect the dots, it kind of makes sense. Grief doesn't always look like sadness. It can look like anger, isolation, or even sudden bursts of oversharing online. But here's the thing. If this is a breakdown, it's one that's unfolding in real time, and people are torn. Some fans say he just needs space, others think he needs serious help, and then there's a whole group asking the question nobody wants to say out loud. Is Justin Bieber okay? And maybe the scariest part? We don't know if this is just a phase or the start of something much bigger. So where does this leave us? Justin Bieber is clearly going through something, whether it's burnout, grief, pressure, or all of the above. It's boiling over in public. He's admitted he's exhausted. He's cut off a friend on Instagram. He's clashed with paparazzi. And he's been throwing up these emotional, chaotic posts that feel like they're coming from someone who's trying to hold it together, but barely. And yeah, fans are watching closely. Some are scared, others are confused, and a lot of people are stuck between wanting to give him space and needing to know he's okay. Because this isn't just a story about a celebrity being dramatic. This feels like a real person trying to cope with a very public life, while everything behind the scenes may be falling apart. And let's be real, it's not just about Justin anymore. There's a family involved, a new baby, a wife who's trying to hold it down, and a fan base that grew up with him and now doesn't know whether to cheer him on or stage an intervention. So what happens now? Does he take a step back and finally get the peace he needs? Does he keep pushing through in LA, trying to prove a point while the world watches? Or is this the start of another messy chapter like the one we saw back in 2014? Whatever it is, one thing's for sure. This isn't just a headline. It's not just a paparazzi clip. It's someone unraveling in real time. And we all see it happening. So now the question is, will anyone step in before it gets worse?